Hello everyone. Here we have Jim Butcher's Summer Night. This is the fourth book in the Dresden Files series. So what I'll say is that where we left off in the last book, a war has started between wizards and vampires. So there is no vampires in this book. This is all about fairies. And what happens here is there's two sets of fairy queens, totaling 6, 3 on each side. And one of them comes and hires Harry to find the killer of one of her servants, who is immortal. It was a mortal person who was given abilities and this magic item referred to as a mantle. She wants to know who and why this happened. But in the meantime, he needs to go see the White Council. This is the governing body of all the wizards in the world. Well, he does have allies, and there's people who support him, but for the most part, the actual governing body hates him, and they're just the biggest douchebags in the world, and they're holding a vote to basically, essentially execute him or not. Even though he's saved everything, they want him gone. But people are standing up for him, and because of this mission that he's refusing at first the fairy queen, because you don't want to make deals with the fairies, but he said, you're going to do this or else. And this basically turns into a necessity for them because they're not sure they can win against the vampires, so they want to make allies of the fairies, and so reluctantly Harry has to accept this. I think the rule she laid out was that over the course of a year, you have to do 3 things for me. And he can turn down the jobs, but at some point he's got to accomplish 3 things, and this is going to be one of them, to find this killer and see what's going on. So there's also, it's a character that turned up in the previous books. His name is Morgan. He's what's called a warden, and he works for the White Council. And he loathes Harry Dresden. Everything you say is wrong. Everything you think is wrong. Everything you've done is wrong. We should kill you. I want to kill you. He tried to provoke him and trick him into attacking him just so he could have the excuse to kill him. So I don't know about this, if I'm going to learn to love to hate this particular character. It's just that Jim Butcher here has written this guy to a point where if he's just going to stay like this, he needs some comeuppance. He needs to get what's coming to him. He's just going to keep acting like this. Harry has a new partner in this that turns up a few times. He is a werewolf from a previous book. There's this a teenage group of werewolves, and he takes them on and he makes use of them, and they're very good partners. His previous partner, the one Karen Murphy of the police department, she does turn up in this. She has happily left behind her lawful stupidity, and she's now no longer really an antagonist to Harry. She's definitely on his side, and they do have a big confrontation against enemies in this together, and their chemistry and banter before, during, and after is exceptionally good. Just reading about those two together is worth reading this book here. I will say, of the 4, this is the least of them so far. It's still good. I enjoyed it. It's just that it is a step down. It's a little messier, and for example, when it gets to the point in any detective type of novel where here's what happened, here's who I think did it, Colonel Mustard with the whatever, and it's a little messy even trying to explain it simply to the werewolves so they know what's going on because they're about to go into battle. And here's who we got to get to, and here's who we got to dodge, and all that good stuff. But for example, there are these ultra powerful fairy women who are more powerful than anyone so far that we may have come across, and they can't interfere because of rules that they don't explain. That's the kind of messy this is. It doesn't quite settle me that well. Still, whatever, enjoyable. I forgot something. Oh, so this book does, however, do something wonderful. And it's something I was hoping for in reading the first 3 books, because I've explained that his people who you expect it out of the villains to try to walk all over you and defeat you. The people who are supposed to be on his side do that to Harry. There's allies in here who just ignore them. They do their own thing. They'll get physical with them. Not kind of bullying. It's just that, you know, somebody says, well, I'm on this side of the law. Wham, bam, hits him, puts him in handcuffs, and takes him away. Well, that changes here, due in no small part to Harry taking on an attitude of, I'm getting sick of this shit. And he starts to be, he's actually pretty proactive. It's just now there's a little edge on it when he starts having to go to someone and question them, and just like, whatever, I'm just tired of this, and you're either going to give me the information or I'll just leave. And, you know, I didn't give you permission to leave. Well, I didn't need it. And that kind of thing. He's sticking up for himself much more often where he should, and that's good. I caught a little bit, someone mentioned something about, in a later book, I can't believe how much power Harry is able to use now. So I think that there's obviously going to be a definite evolution of Harry and his abilities, and I think it has started right here with this book here. So so on to the next book, Death Mask, 5th book. Just very quickly, so it looks like maybe now we're going to have vampires in this one. Duel with the Red Court of Vampires champion who must kill Harry to end the war between vampires and wizards. So he's got to face off against somebody. From this book to the previous one, like a year went by. And so I guess there was a war going on for a year. I don't know how much damage was done. Professional hitmen use Harry for target practice. There's a missing Shroud of Turin. A handless and headless corpse. The Chicago police need identified, so more Lieutenant Murphy. And not to mention the return of Harry's ex-girlfriend Susan, who's still struggling with her semi-vampiric nature and seems to have a new man in her life. She was his girlfriend. He asked her to marry him. She turned him down because she's like almost a vampire now. And during that 1-year hiatus, he was searching for a cure to get her back to normal before she succumbs fully to her vampirism. And so he's got all that drama to deal with now. So hopefully this will be a step back up. Now, I was tagged by Kelly at Books I'm Not Reading. This is called the Booktube Makes Me Happy tag. And this was apparently originally created by the book Ponderer, but as Kelly noted, that Booktuber has not uploaded anything in like 5 years. So here we go. Question number 1. What kinds of Booktube content makes you feel good or gives you encouragement? And really, it's actually much more general, and then there's a little something specific here that just watching people talk about not just the books they enjoy reading, but just the fact that they enjoy reading. And then sometimes you'll see booktubers do collabs and have just conversation. Those are so much fun to watch and get into. Number 2, how has Booktube motivated you or encouraged you to do something you might not have done otherwise? Well, really, it was Booktube that encouraged me to be a booktuber. I was thinking about it. I talk about books a lot to myself over the years, and what the final thing was Daniel Green doing here's, if you're going to be a booktuber, here's how you do it. And he said, just start with your phone, because I had no idea if I was going to get a camera, what I need to upload and edit and do this right here on this phone, just like that. And it took me maybe an hour to figure it out and actually started doing it. How has Booktube inspired you to put more positivity out into the world? But I'm going to read the next one too, because it's a related answer. So that was the 3rd one. The 4th one is, what is your favorite comment to hear someone say about you and your channel? And so just sitting here and talking about there's books I've just loved, and I think it shows, because you'll get people who will say, well, since you liked that so much and you gave me enough information about it, when someone makes a comment, now I'm going to go read that book. Oh, that's perfect. That's beautiful. Number 5, what are some unexpected happy surprises of Booktube? The thing is, you go looking around YouTube, dive into the comment section, and a lot of the times you're going to find a cesspool of just ridiculous super trolling and filth. It's just a lot of garbage. Not on Booktube, everything's pretty nice. Kind of, people just don't bother. I only had one actual, I guess you could call it a troll or negative comment on a short I did, and someone said, who cares? And I jumped in, I said, oh, well, thank you for commenting, and thank you for watching. Number 6, what is a positive outcome you've gotten from making videos? So that, I guess there's a nice little sense of accomplishment of some kind. My whole working life has been nothing but unfulfilling and sometimes very stressful for everyday jobs. It's just, blech. So you do something you love and get it out there in the world, and that's wonderful. Number 7, which booktubers make you laugh? Okay, so first off, there's one, McKenna loves content, and she keeps a blooper reel she puts at the end of each one of her videos, and those are great. And a couple times during her videos, one of her cats will jump up in front of the camera, turn completely around and show you their backside, and bam, here's my angry spider. That's hilarious. Another one recently was Benjamin's Books. He did, I'll try to remember to link it. He did a Warhammer 40K review. He read his first Warhammer 40K book, and just the way he summarized what was like reading one was funny. I can't really explain it. I'll just have to link it and hope you watch it. And then there's one Chanel Chapters who okay, so it's a very smart channel, and she really knows how to talk about books, and she's so poised and elegant, and boy can she curse like a friggin' sailor. It is so refreshing, because most booktubers really they don't want to do that. She didn't give a damn. If she'd have been on the Enola Gay, she'd be like, yeah, drop the bomb while I sit here and sip tea. Oh, she'd just let it go. And that bleeds right into the next one, number 8. Which booktubers warm your heart and make you feel all happy inside? So Kelly at Books I'm Not Reading did a video with her husband, and he said HE double hockey sticks, and she said, what? And whoosh, he's like, no, not again. But otherwise, we might have to rescue him. But otherwise, you watch Kelly's channel, and she's just a bubble of sunshine. It's nice to watch. She does at least one video. Usually every Friday she keeps them up, but she's been doing, it's like Shakespeare month, and she does extra videos for that. So she, I'm not going to read Shakespeare and Dickens. I'm probably just not going to do it. But, you know, maybe she can do, I think I suggested once she read a Star Wars book or something. She's like, not going to happen. So she's a nice example that two people can not read the same stuff, but you enjoy watching each other's videos. Who are some of your favorite commenters who don't have their own channel? So I don't get a lot of commenters. There is one, Music Room 7185, who apparently watches my videos and occasionally leaves a comment, and they do not have a channel of their own, and that's cool. Number 10, what is something new you can do to put more positive energy out into Booktube? Where did the Egyptian man go to get his bad back treated? The chiropractor? So the positive thing I'm going to do is not tell you bad jokes like that, even if they're funny. That's it. I'm going to tag just a few people. I think Benjamin at Benjamin Books tagged me for a whole other book tag thing, which I have not done yet, but I'm just going to tag him right back for this one. And Gavin at Genre Books, he likes to tag me every so often, so I'm going to throw this one at him and see what he does with it. That's it for me. Thank you very much. Have a good weekend. Oh, wait. So this is my 97th official video. I think I actually had a few more, but there were some that were just bleh, and I deleted a few. So I think I have actually done over 100, but officially it just reads 97 right now. So, I don't know, I'll have to figure out find some 100th episode book tag thing to do, I guess. Let's do a little something special for the 100th one. Probably not next week, but the week after, I'm guessing, is when that will happen. That's about it. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye-bye now.